just too funny. Oh wow.
I can't even get up. Can I get out?
Oh my God.
I'd like to get out.
Oh, they have a crate in the inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were homeless in Florida beforehand. We're a little more organized than this.
Okay. Can I take a peek inside?
Yeah.
And you cleaned it up last night? Awesome. Okay, so how old are you and what's your name?
I am 30. Am I 33 or 34? 33.
33. Okay, and what's your name?
Tiffany Grove.
Tiffany. Okay, 33 Tiffany. So I was down the street and I saw you coming past on your wheelchair. What happened to you?
I was bit by something in the middle of the night, right? And it looked like a mosquito bite, and by the morning it looked like an ant bite. I tried to squeeze it, and it ended up being like a giant pus sac that they ended up having to cut out.
Oh wow. So what was it? What did the doctor say it really was that bit you? Was it a snake or something like that?
No, it was like they think it was a spider bite, but it ended up being like cellulitis is what they think it is.
Okay.
So sometimes with cellulitis, it can be itchy like a bug bite, or
Yeah.
like a bug bite.
Okay.
Being out here, it's hard to tell.
Yeah. I was gonna say, being out here and especially under a lot of trees,
But
you just never know what
the
type
thing
of
is,
insects are out here.
Even if we move it, then we're direct sunlight. It's 10 times hotter.
Yes.
And I have these guys that I gotta try and
take care of. So what brought you to homelessness?
Well, a lot of different bad decisions.
Bad
I mean,
decisions.
a lot of people aren't going to say that, but so I had a place to go. I just had a baby. I was manic. My mom took my daughter away from me, kicked me out. I could have just not done anything, and I could have stayed in a shelter. I did the wrong thing. I moved in with a bunch of friends, thought they were friends. No friends are friends, especially in this game.
Right.
So they got me addicted to methamphetamine, and I was dealing with.
And this is after the baby was born. They got you introduced to it.
Yeah, I didn't start using drugs until after I got kicked out and lost my kid. So
okay,
it's usually the opposite.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but like, I was clean and sober person. I'd used marijuana. Occasionally, it was prescribed to me though.
Okay.
I had a medical card for it. I let my medical card go and everything else to use methamphetamine.
Okay.
And, I'm on SSI. I could have saved up, got a place. All this time, 8 years later, still using methamphetamine. And I just pretty much buy food and meth.
Right. So what happened when you were younger, when your mom took your child away? You wasn't doing drugs then, but what happened?
She's done this twice to me. So every time I go and have a kid, I end up with manic depression, and I'm sure you've all seen Shameless, like the movie Shameless. Again, he has manic depressive. He's kind of not all there.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me. I did that kind of thing. I was kind of manic depressive. I begged my mom to let me go to the bar. I went down to the bar. I went home with some guy. I thought that, me and this guy were going to get married, everything else. And, Yeah, he ended up taking me for everything I had, kicked me out.
Wait, so the manic depressive, it led you to making poor decisions?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then myself, like I'm headstrong. So you say you jump, and I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Type shit. Like a lot of so I can't really blame anybody for the way I am. It's just me. I just gotta solve it myself.
Right, right.
And like I've been kicked out of my mom's house, and then my ex-boyfriend was letting me stay with him when we were together, and we broke up and everything else, and he was still letting me stay there, but he was kicking me out every other week because he wanted to screw other people, and he was running an underground job thing and all that shit. He hit me in the leg 4 times with a hammer.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
So some domestic violence.
Yeah, he was gaslighting me. He was a narcissist. And I didn't know what it was. He made me think that the cartel and mafia were after me.
He made you think someone was after you, you said?
He made me think that the cartel and mafia were after me.
Oh, wow.
So I ran to Florida, which I didn't like Florida too well, so I ended up coming to Georgia. Toby. Come on, Toby.
His name Toby.
Yeah.
That's a cute name.
Yeah, I ended up finding them in a cage.
In a cage?
Yeah, they were in a cage. The lady dropped them off in a cage.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's awesome that you were able to rescue them. So what's the pros and cons of being out here in the streets? What's the pros and cons of living out here, being homeless, living out in a tent? Right off the interstate, too.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've been homeless. I mean, I picked him up in Florida. He was sleeping at a medical facility. Florida's a lot different. They're more wooded areas, which doesn't make it any more safer, but it does. It is a pro and a con in itself. Being in a wooded area, you have the shelter from the trees, you have the shelter from people.
Yeah.
So, the con is all the animals and snakes and other creatures.
Yeah.
So, I mean, out here, the pros and cons, especially off the interstate, is one, the dogs feel safe over here because the fact there is a patch of grass, and they know not to go towards the road unless they're on a leash. A lot of there's more cons than there is pros out here.
Yeah, yeah.
The traffic, the loud noises, it's hard to sleep at night due to it. Not to mention, we're the only meth heads over here.
Over here in this area?
Yeah, a lot of people are crack smokers.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
I mean, that's definitely a con in my eyes because I'd either rather be in the sober area or I've been in the hospital for almost a week straight. So I told him, if I end up going to the hospital, being in the hospital for a while, I'm just gonna try and quit.
Oh, yeah. So how long were you in the hospital?
Almost a week.
Almost a week. So you haven't used in a week, and you just got out? Yeah. When I saw you down the street, you just got out.
Down there, and I thought I'd say hi to her.
Yeah.
She told my caseworker I was up here.
Yeah, Mama, Miss Gates.
Yeah.
She's been on my YouTube channel before.
Yeah. So
okay.
I mean, I've done a lot of shit with YouTube too. I know some of the people that are from other states and other places that do YouTube channels. I tried to do a YouTube channel. I'm not very I don't know what's interesting to people. Mainly I use my phone to play games, talk to my daughter, talk to my family. I don't really have friends outside of that. I don't have. I'm high functioning autistic, so and then I just talked to the doctor. It's like right here, and inside of my mouth has been numb for almost a year and a half now. And I had a stroke a year and a half ago.
Wow.
So after my ex hit me here, here, and he said that it could be just from the stroke. It could be permanent. And it's been this long. It's probably permanent. You're probably gonna either get used to it or you're not.
So your mouth is numb.
My mouth is
in the inside
numb all the time.
Yeah. So how does that affect you? Like when you're doing the meth, how does that?
It doesn't really affect
you don't
me.
know that your mouth is hot. Like, does your mouth get hot when you're doing meth? Okay.
No,
All right.
it just it'll get more numb, but
Yeah.
it
Okay.
doesn't really get hot or anything like that. But like I can't tell, like if I'm eating ice cream, it doesn't like get cold. My mouth
Oh,
is
I
chronically
see.
numb.
Okay.
You're still not getting a blowjob, go fuck yourself.
Oh. Okay. So he said, "Oh, her mouth numb."
So actually, he's the only black man I've ever been with. So I
Okay.
come from a Catholic family where they believe like you shouldn't date outside your race, you shouldn't be bisexual, you should be gay. My daughter happened to come out of the closet because she was raped by her grandfather.
Okay. Sorry to
When
hear
she
that.
was 8, so she came out of the closet as bisexual, and my mom kicked her out of the house. She's only 14. And then I turned around and I was like, hey mom, since everything happened over there, I thought this might be a good time to tell you I'm dating a Mexican Haitian man. And she goes, oh, well, he doesn't put his hands on you, does he? I was like, no. Okay. Like,
Okay.
it went coolly down the road because it was like my daughter just come out of the closet, all this is going on.
Yes.
And yet we still didn't know until about a week before we left Florida that my daughter was even raped by this man. We thought she was just molesting her.
Oh, so she was essayed by who was he? Was he a family member?
He was her grandfather.
Her
on
grandfather.
dad's
On her dad's side. Okay. Did he
side.
get prosecuted?
He's actually dead. He died
Oh,
in
sorry.
2019. No, not sorry. My daughter
Oh.
found him dead, and she never even cried.
Yeah.
Like, I literally have a text message on my phone that I took a picture of.
Mhm.
He raped me before he died.
Literally?
Literally, like, and then I found
Now
out.
that's karma for you.
Yeah, and like I told him, and, like I sat there and cried for 2 weeks straight. We didn't know that. How are we supposed to know that?
Right, right. Yeah.
Like, my mom feels like shit because she never told us.
Yeah.
She has cut marks all across her legs, all across her arms. She was cutting herself, acting out and everything else. But how are we supposed to know what the cause is?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
it's not something we know.
Right. I'm sorry to hear that. So have you ever thought about, because my YouTube channel is about addiction, homelessness, and I want to be able to do updates so I can see a journey of a period of recovery, if that's your goal.
So yeah, I mean, my recovery involves getting into a place. Methamphetamine is actually, I know they sit there and say it's all so bad, it's so bad, it's so bad.
Yeah.
First off, I've never really sold my body to get meth.
Okay.
It's not an addictive substance.
So meth isn't addictive?
Not really.
Uh-huh.
So he's been on meth. I got him off of Molly by doing meth. He's been off of it for maybe 4 or 5 days now. He doesn't show withdrawal symptoms. The only withdrawal that you have from methamphetamine, if it's pure methamphetamine, is that you're tired, you're sleepy, you're gonna sleep for 3 days to a week.
Okay.
That's the biggest withdrawal symptom you're gonna end up from meth.
Okay, so you don't get sick from it.
You don't get nauseous, you don't get sick, you're not gonna be like coming off of painkillers like me.
Yeah.
Because they've had me on oxys now for almost a week.
Okay.
So I'll definitely feel that when I'm running out. But
Yeah.
I mean, and coming off of meth, it's really nothing. It's most in Pennsylvania, a lot of people use meth to get off like heroin or oxys or shit like that. There's less deaths since meth is going around. Meth is one of the safest, purest substances that you can actually do.
Yeah.
The only thing that meth does is it keeps you awake. It's just like doing crack, but without the addictive part.
Okay. All right. So, any plans on, if it's easy to get off, are there any plans on getting off, or are you comfortable with where you are?
I'm comfortable with just stopping. Like, I'm okay with just stopping.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I've done this before where the longest he's seen me go is 16 days sober.
Oh, okay. And now you're 8 days sober.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are the plans? You getting high today or tomorrow?
No, I have oxycodone in my system. I don't mix drugs.
Yeah.
So one of the rules to doing methamphetamine is you can't OD on it unless you mix it with a downer.
Okay.
So mixing downers and uppers, you're sure to OD.
Okay.
But
I have one more question for you. How did you guys find this location and what made you pick this location?
So actually, I ended up getting off the Greyhound bus and I had to go to Grady because my knee felt like it was gonna pop or something. It hurt really bad. So we sat at Grady for like 24 hours waiting to be seen by somebody, got out, didn't know where to go, asked them where we could pitch a tent, and we actually slept underneath the bridge the first day, and I actually had him come up here and talk to people about trying to get up here and stay in a tent, because we had a one-person tent, which is, like, that's not the door that goes on a tent, this tent. And this is from my one-person tent that I sewed onto the tent itself. The door that was on here originally didn't work at all.
Okay.
So I actually bought this off of another crackhead for $10. Actually, I was trying to buy meth, and he took my $10 and gave me the 10.
Oh.
So
okay.
So I mean,
trade off.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
But we ended up with this tent, which was good because we ended up with the dog soon after that.
Right. Okay. All right then. Well, it was nice talking to you. I'm in this area all the time. I would love to come by and do an update with you and see how you're doing.
Nothing going on. You can feel free to come by anytime.
Thank you.
If I'm here, I'm here. If I'm not, I'm not.
Okay.
If you do stop by, if you have a card or something, leave your number, name, or whatever, just slip it on the
Leave it by. Yeah, because you have a phone, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you my phone number.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. I have a donation for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you, Toby, for letting me, film your house and everything. You guys take care.
Thank you.
All right.
It'll go towards the dogs, most likely.
Okay, good. God bless you guys.
Thank you. I got